What is up, everybody? This is my Batwoman Season 2, Episode 15, Armed and Dangerous Reveal. And if you're new here, why don't you mind subscribing? We're on the road to 100 subscribers, but it's okay if you don't. If it sounds like I'm kind of whispering, it's because I am. And, yeah, I really, I was surprised by this episode mostly. I enjoyed the episode. I thought it was really good, though. Yeah, just we'll get more into that. But I have nothing to really say. Let's just roll that intro. This episode starts off right where we ended last episode, where Eli was carjacking and Luke got shot by Tabaroff. But we have a continuation during this episode where we see him being taken away by the paramedics, and it's kind of like just a chilling sight. It's kind of freaky, but we have Jacob Kane meeting with Tabaroff after that happened. So Jacob Kane is like, we're gonna have to look at the body cam footage and see what happened. And Tabaroff's like, "Are you okay, boss?" Man, I was surprised by this episode with what they did with Tabaroff. It was but anyway, we see Luke being rushed through the hospital and put on a bed and everything after he had surgery, and he goes in Wayne Tower, or he's in his subconscious, they say. He goes in Wayne Tower and goes in there, and there's a bright light, and he sees his dad on the other side. And yeah, that was one of my favorite parts of the episode. This whole Luke and like his subconscious thing was great. But we have Mary and Ryan are talking, and I'm sorry. And Mary is gonna bring Luke a desert rose, or she's gonna like put one in like a certain needle, so she can put it in a system so he can survive. But we have Alice going through Dr. Rayner's files, and when she goes through, she sees that she has files on Kate, obviously, but then Mary and Jacob for research, and basically what you could consider the Kate family, because Black Mask has it out for the Kate family. But then Ocean comes in, and he is going to dispose of Dr. Evelyn Rayner, who we learn this episode is the child of one Enigma, or the Riddler. So yeah, I would like the Riddler, but if this is the best we can get, that's the best we can get. But then we have Batwoman driving a car going out to chase Eli. So when she pins Eli up, Eli's like, hey, he talks, but he's like, I told them that he was still in the car. And Batwoman's like, it's your fault that he got shot. Why would you say that? And it wasn't the best writing there, but she made her point, and she eventually Eli gives her the name Tabaroff. I'm not saying that right, but basically. But in the Luke's subconscious, before he goes to talk to his dad, you know who appears? Bruce Wayne does. Yes, Bruce Wayne. I'm so happy that appeared, because I thought I didn't think Warren Christie was going to continue as Bruce Wayne after what they did in the season premiere with the face coming off. But that was one of my favorites of this episode. I think Warren Christie is great as Bruce Wayne, and I wouldn't mind seeing the actual Bruce Wayne at some point in the suit that they set up for season 1. But we have Dana Dewitt, yes, I know her name, reporting, and Mary's watching it after as making the Desert Rose thing, and there's Mary enough science like that, whatever. Ryan comes in mad, and she tells Mary about what's happening, and she looks at Tapperoff and sees all these cases that were controversial. So, yeah, but, yeah, she talks to Mary, and, yeah, here we have, Alice, where Alice is in Wayne Tower, and, Mary goes up, because Batwoman is there. Oh yeah, Batwoman left in between the last, I'm sorry. So, Alice basically says, watch your back, Black Mask is after the Cape family. She asks Mary if she knows the name Cersei Sionis. And, I'm sorry if that was a little weird. I have to keep my finger on this audio, thing in my new editing app, and my finger's getting tired, man. But Mary is like, Alice, I know you're in love. I think you deserve it, because every person, deserves love, and it's like, Alice redemption thing. I'm a fan of Alice getting redemption. I don't really mind it, but I know a lot of people out there are against it. I'm not a Batwoman hater, though. Agent Tapperoff walks out of bar, and, he hears a bunch of clattering behind him, and then Batwoman appears, and him and Batwoman fight, and, well, it's more like it's a fight, and Batwoman Tapperoff shoots, and Batwoman's bulletproof, what are you gonna do, man? But Batwoman grabs, Tapperoff eventually, and Tapperoff's like, what is this for? And, Batwoman's like, because you shot an innocent black man. And, Tapperoff is like, I looked him up, he wasn't innocent, he was released for jail, a couple hours before I shot him. So he confesses for the shooting or whatever, but Tapperoff's just a douchebag. And, one of Tapperoff's boys from the Crows come around and hit, Ryan with a Crows car, and they linger on the Crows logo on the side view. But yeah, you just see that image of Batwoman on the floor. But we have, that train where, Alice and, it's there, and Alice and Ocean are talking, and Alice is like, I killed you, I betrayed you, why do you still love me, why do you still like this? And, Ocean's like, love is love, or whatever. But, one of the most intriguing parts about this fight was, Alice goes, you would want me to have my sister and my family back if you truly loved me. And Alice doesn't respond to anything, or Ocean doesn't respond to anything about that. But, he does, he responds with a kiss, but, I'm not really against this Ocean and Alice relationship. I really like it. I think they had the setup there, and it works, but, Mary goes to visit, Luke in the hospital, but, they won't let her. She plays, the Crows are blocking, she plays the whole, I'm Jacob Kane's daughter, and they're like, I was positioned here by Jacob Kane, so that doesn't work. But then we have, Sophie and Mary watching the news, and I forgot to put this in, but Mary was called by, Sophie was called by Mary. But anyway, Dana Dewitt is about to show the body cam footage that has been long awaited this episode, and she shows it, and Luke has a gun in the footage. A clearly photoshopped gun instead of a phone, a gun. And, Ryan is pissed, man. I would be, but it's just like, I really thought that was going to be like, okay, here's where everything gets set right, but no, I knew it was too early in the episode. But Mary says to Ryan that the crows have all the body cam footage gets deleted at 3 a.m. It's 1:40 a.m. Go over there and we can find the actual footage and release it out of just nowhere. And throughout this fight, Ryan's yelling at Sophie because Ryan blames herself for Luke getting shot. But anyway, in Luke's subconscious, we have another scene between Luke and Bruce, and yeah, I just like Warren Christie as Bruce. I think he's yeah. Here we have Mary going to visit Jacob, and Mary tells Jacob the story, but Sophie tells Jacob about the time that they caught a therapist without a thera, and there wasn't enough evidence, but we knew they did it, and Jacob is just salty about Sophie leaving. But anyway, so Ryan breaks into the crow's place, and Sophie talks her through it on the columns, and then we have Wolf Spider in this episode. Wolf Spider is gonna break into Luke's room and give him the Desert Rose. So Mary kind of distracts the guards, and man, I love how during this episode it's just like a mix of everything this season. We got the Desert Rose, Wolf Spider, we got the Black Mask stuff. Oh no. But we have Wolf Spider breaking into the hospital, and when he gets in, he attached, when you got like an IV on up to you or whatever, and there's like all these cables that people can put medicine in you and stuff. Well, he puts the Desert Rose in one of that and escapes, and boots and escapes. But here we have, I think this is it, but it might not be. We have one of my favorite scenes in this episode where Luke talks to Bruce, and Bruce is like, hey, you gotta decide quick, are you gonna go with me, your dad, or the living? Because now it looks like the real world's gonna pull you back soon. So that wasn't one of my favorite scenes. I mistook it for something else. But here we have Jacob, and Jacob is meeting with Taproff, and Jacob is telling Taproff to hand in his badge and gun until further notice, until Jacob does an investigation on him. So Taproff doesn't like that. So Taproff knocks Jacob out with the gun, and he's gonna have him and his boys take Jacob away. But we have Mary talking to the crows still, and then we have Wolf Spider's real identity, Evan. If you remember, you remember episode 5, the art show. He was the, I don't want to label him by this, but gay guy at the gay show that ran it. And I don't, he's not just that, but that's the fastest you'll remember him by. I'm sorry, I feel awful about that. But Ryan searches through names and the body cam footage, but the crows don't sort it by dates, so oh my god, the crows can't be helpful for once. But Mary looks on the cams, and she sees that Jacob is being taken away by Taproff's boys. So in a conference room, they see that Jacob has snake bite wounds on his arms, so they plan to make him overdose on snake bite, and that's how they're gonna kill them. And it's just gonna look like he OD'd. Nothing else much. But then Batwoman bursts through the window, and Batwoman is sacrificing Luke's freedom and or the body cam footage for Jacob. So Jacob better do something right. And we see she has the white eyes, which are canonically the night vision, and I love that, man. It's just a little bit of continuity between a show that has so little in between seasons. Their timeline's really messed up, man. If you look at it, they want to say it's in like January or March right now, when the Kate Kane left for National City at the end of season 1 in March 2020, but whatever. After Batwoman takes down Tabernoff's boys, she fights Tabernoff, and this was actually a really good fight scene between everybody in that building, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed this episode, if you can't tell. I may be saying some negative stuff about it, but there were a lot of positives. After Batwoman takes down Tabernoff easy, so she goes over to free Jacob, and that's what she does. But she tells Jacob about the whole Luke situation. It's like, I could begin the real body cam footage, but no, I had to go save your you, and I think that really struck a chord with Jacob, and this really shook Jacob because of what he does later in the episode, and we'll get to that. But we have Mary, and we have really Ryan and Mary, and it's the morning after, and Ryan and Mary are in Luke's hospital room talking to him, like, hey man, you're gonna be okay, do you know what you did, or whatever. And here's the thing that really, Jacob is having a press conference, and he's talking about the thing that happened today, and he tells the press, like, that gun was photoshopped into Luke Fox's hand. He was holding a phone showing recordings of a carjacker. And Dana Dewitt's like, what will you do about this whole Crows situation? And Jacob Kane says, I started the Crows, and it is so far from what I started it as. From now on, the Crows will be disbanded, effective immediately. And Ryan and Sophie are on TV, and not Sophie, but Mary, and they can't believe what they're seeing, man. I couldn't either. It's kind of amazing. It was a surprise. Of course it was a surprise. You're not gonna reveal a big part of the episode, but here's my favorite scene out of the whole episode. Bruce and Luke are talking, and Luke is such a hopeful character usually. He talks to Bruce, and Bruce is like, you're gonna be out here any minute. Do you want to talk to your dad or not? And Luke is like, Bruce, why did you leave? I know, because it's all so damn depressing. And he starts crying and everything, and Luke being so hopeful, he says, I don't want to live in a world like that. Oh my god, that just broke my heart, man. I love Luke, and to have him gone for the show is going to be awful. Eventually, if he does leave, or it's going to be like a Cisco situation where it's like a season 7. I don't think the show's going to get season 7. But anyway, he goes to see his dad, but he's pulled away right before he can see his dad, and he kind of wakes up from his coma that Tabernoff put him in. So Mary and everybody's like, dude, do you know what you did? Good morning, or whatever. Good morning. No, you don't say good morning. And yep, Luke's awake. His eyes are open, and he's breathing. He's gonna be okay. because of the desert rose. So Jacob is packing away his stuff from his office, and he gets a text from Sophie saying, "I'm proud of you." You can read that, but he goes away and turns off his office, and I'm interested to see what's gonna happen with the crow's base. There's a lot of crap in there, and I feel like someone could use all that. I don't know. But then we have Sophie go and talk to Jacob, and why would you text Jacob and then talk to him about the same thing? It's just like a little weird. I don't know, maybe it makes sense to you, but she says, "I'm proud of you," and Jacob tells Sophie that Sophie was his best agent out of them all, and it was just a nice moment. But here we have Jacob going to his car, and in his car he sees Alice sitting in the front seat, and this is something I pointed out that Alice does make fun of during this scene. So many things have happened in that parking lot, and it's something that this dude G.I. Go or something made a video essay about Batwoman Season 2 and mentioned this as one of the problems, and it just shows the weak insecurity. I'll link that video below. It's actually a really good video by him, but he doesn't love Batwoman, by the way. But Alice tells Jacob that Kate Kane is alive, and I need your help to go get her. She says, "We're gonna do the thing that you and my sister could never do, or never worked hard enough to do. We're gonna free the Kane side out of her, or whatever." So that was great, man. Next week we have John Diggle in Batwoman, so I'm really excited for that, man. And I just wanted to say, if you enjoyed this review, please consider giving it a like or subscribe. I would really appreciate it. We're on the road to 100 subscribers. If you would be even more so kind, if you're already subscribed, and all that, why don't you go down in the description and follow all our socials, because that's a confidence boost, man. Yeah, but I don't really have anything else to talk about. I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Leave your comments and thoughts down below. So goodbye, stay safe, and goodbye.